Actually, the first speaker will be myself. So I'm Eric Boivert, Geological Survey of Canada, located in Quebec City, just next door to Gilles, which is like that wall. And I will just start by sharing my screen. As Gilles introduced, in 2024, the groundwater science activities were merged under the larger environmental geoscience program. But in addition to the science activities that our scientists will present to you, there's a lot of activity that were tied to the freshwater file at RNCan, and especially for the Geological Survey of Canada. So in the spirit of a year-end review, we thought that maybe we should also report the activities that were made around the freshwater file in general and the groundwater file in particular. So we kind of debate on the title of the slide. So we have freshwater at RNCan because I think it's necessary to have a bit of context to situate where the GSC works under the large freshwater umbrella. So as a bit of context, the freshwater in Canada is essentially under the jurisdiction of provincial and territorial agencies. But the federal also has a role in specific areas such as transboundary watershed and transboundary aquifer, navigation, fisheries, and federal land. But all freshwater activities are actually scattered across about 20 federal departments at various levels. And in 2023, a dedicated agency was created, which is the Canada Water Agency. So, at RNCan, à l'intérieur de Ressources naturelles Canada, il y a plusieurs secteurs qui contribuent à l'étude de l'eau douce. En fait, nous avons nos collègues du Service canadien des forêts qui travaillent sur l'écologie forestière, sur les environnements aquatiques, et l'écologie, sur la santé des écosystèmes, biochimie et plein d'enjeux qui sont reliés à la santé de nos forêts. À l'intérieur de LMS, en anglais, ou STM en français, nous avons aussi nos collègues du Surveyor General Branch qui, eux, travaillent sur la partie géodésie. Ils travaillent aussi, qui font une contribution essentielle aussi à l'utilisation des satellites comme GRACE, que vous allez voir probablement dans la présentation de Melissa et de Ezen. Energy efficient technology sector, which is so CanMet also have a lot of activities on their freshwater with river hydroclimatic and water management. And our new sector, which is now called Geoscience and Earth Monitoring sector, where the GSC and CCMEO are hosted, have a lot of activities related to water. Our colleagues at CCMEO are involved in flood mapping, hydro network, and also a lot of earth observation that we rely a lot on for groundwater. And the Geological Survey of Canada has a lot of activity related to climate change, adaptation, hazard, environment assessment, as Gilles introduced. Climate change adaptation. We also have, obviously, environmental geoscience. We are involved in monitoring glacier, working on permafrost, and obviously groundwater. And all this is coordinated under RNCan by the Strategic Policy and Innovation Sector, which used to be called the Office of the Chief Scientist, or it was beneath. And we have an organization structure called the RNCan Freshwater Network. So at the GSC, it's not the only agency that has activities in groundwater. We have also expertise at the Environment and Climate Change Canada. We also have our colleague in Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada. We also have people at Fisheries and Ocean Canada and several other departments that have expertise in groundwater. But the specifics of the GSC, it studies the natural geological systems. And groundwater geoscience is deeply rooted in geology. So this is why the GSC has a specific lens on studying the groundwater specifically. So the GSC has been involved in groundwater since the inception in 1842. It was mostly working on looking at spring of mineral water to access for salt, and also looking for fresh water for steam engine back in the days. There were a regain of activities in the 90s when we realized that we need more studies on groundwater, and the GSC hosted a formal program between 2003 and 2024. And now it has been restructured under the Environmental Geoscience Program, which is this program in 2024. But the GSC remains the point of contact for groundwater at RNCan. So we are the department subject expert. So every time there's a letter sent to the departments, or we have questions for the public, as soon as groundwater is mentioned at RNCan and even some other department, often the request comes back on our desk. Also, the environmental assessments uses a disproportionate amount of hydrogeologists, so we provided that service. We also are the liaison with the Canada Water Agency, and we actually have somebody from the department from the GSC and the hosted at the Canada Water Agency and their hub. We participate under Canada Water Agency on water security and data strategy. We also advises Environment Canada, well, now Canada Water Agency, for the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal reporting. And we also participate in the Federal Freshwater Committee. But also, the GSC provides an RNCan representative at the International Joint Commission for the Great Lake Water Quality Board. We participate in their science plan. RNCan is also has a representative, which is from the GSC at the Prairie Province Water Boards on the Committee Groundwater. So probably we have colleagues online right now from the Prairie Province Water Board. We host the National Dialogue Groundwater. So people that are from that join are from this group. And we also involve in water data and standard development under the Open Geoscience Consortium. And we often get the media requests for expertise. So we see our colleague Melissa Bunn that has been interviewed by CBC about the diesel leak in New Brunswick. So as for accomplishment, if we look at metrics, so we hosted 5 national dialogue on groundwater in 25-26. We have 12 some meeting with Canada Water Agencies on various topics. We had 7 meeting with the International Joint Commission, 9 meeting with the Open Geospatial Consortium, 10 we host an RNCan wide groundwater science meeting, so we host that every month. We had 2 meetings with the Canadian Geographic, so you might heard of the gigantic floor map. So the GSC provides some advices and information about the groundwater aspect of it. And also we launched a groundwater monitoring workshop that will be held in February in 2027. So in the spirit of having reporting the accomplishment from this fiscal year, this is pretty much what I've been doing, and a lot of my colleagues have been doing. So I've been sitting in meetings most of the time. So you should see. So this is it for me. So thank you, everyone.